Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our meditation town hall, where we have the good fortune today to have our dear Lama Surya. Hope you're all well and enjoying your summer. And thank you for being here as always, today and every day. I will hand it over to you, Lama. Did we lose him? Where is he?
No,
I just couldn't see you.
I'm looking for the bell clacker, the gong ringer. Here it is. Knock on wood, right? Good morning, everybody, or whatever crazy time zones you're in, wherever you live or think you live. It's lovely to see you all. Hope you're having a nice summer again, assuming you're in the Northern Hemisphere and all blah, blah. So wonderful to see you. And I miss you, and some of you I haven't seen in quite a while, especially since we haven't been having in-person retreats. So I hope you're well and flourishing, or whatever it's called these days. How can we flourish and be in harmony and even just stay sane in these times, these challenging times? Everybody knows I'm a word person. I learned a new word the other day from a college kid: enshittification. Everything seems enshittified, he said. I said, how come I didn't think of that? Great word. I'm going to use that. And I knew what he meant. Anyway, how to stay on the path, in the heart, in the Dharma, whatever you want to call it, close to our true selves and to each other, and just extending out in concentric circles to our loved ones and families and neighbors and relatives and pets and communities and people in our town and city and country and world and all beings, not just people. How to stay close to God, the living spirit. Up in some AI program, you'll get some interesting answers. Still, we have to find out and live it for ourselves, don't we? Need I say that having a regular sitting practice, being part of a beloved community, is very important to that. Finding refuge or solace in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, not just in Buddha or Guru or God or some demagogic powerful leader. Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Buddha representing the truth or true or reality, if we could use that word. Dharma, true practice, spiritual life and path, and Sangha, a beloved community, and loving each other and seeing each other, seeing the light in each of us and all of us. I, thou, not I, it, not what can I get from it or what's it going to do for me, but I, thou. So important to make the shift from me to we. But how? And that is the subject of a transformational path, a wisdom tradition, a liberation way, like Buddhism, Hinduism, yoga, really the mysticism of all of the great world religions. I was in Turkey recently in Istanbul and some of the archaeological sites outside that central city. And it was really inspiring. There's still some traces of Sufism and Islamic mysticism there, which I really appreciate, along with Jewish mysticisms and others. So important for us today. If you haven't read the Taoist, read again the Tao Te Ching or other wise ones, stories, and wisdom. The meditation is my way, you could say. I'm not using the word mindfulness, awareness cultivation. Of course, mindfulness is part of it, but we're in the Dzogchen tradition. I would like to be able to see myself and my screen here so I could show a picture in my hands and see if you see it. Um, Technology and I are two, not one, as I always say. Anyway, I'm holding up a picture of the three great lineage masters of the previous century. The 13th Dalai Lama with Dingo Khyentse Rinpoche and Shechen Khantrul, his guru, and Trungpa Rinpoche's guru in Tibet. Can we see the picture, Kelly?
Hold it up again there. We can see it. And then a little closer. Up a little. There you go. That's great.
In Tibet. Three great lineage masters of the remade non-sectarian practice lineage. The fifth Dalai Lama was one of the greatest. The 14th Dalai Lama, our present beloved, not so young, great bodhisattva, socially activist master, His Holiness the Dalai Lama among them. And it's such a good time today to have an open mind, inclusive, non-sectarian, egalitarian, and so on. Not to mention the other extreme of dogmatism or extreme religious extremism, not to mention religious war and violence. So prevalent today, as so often in history. It's really frustrating. So we do what we can. We know our practice moves the needle, although it's not really going anywhere, but that's important to feel and to know. Trying to become better people and transform and liberate and relieve suffering and be helpful and altruistic, compassionate and generous how we can, as well as contribute to a better world. Although in the ultimate, those dualities would not necessarily obtain. When we're sitting in the still center of the still axis, at the center of the turning axle, at the center of the turning wheel of the universe, at the origin of all things. We're in the groundless ground of being, just being. In the big Tigli, the ultimate sphere, the great circle. And that is what I do. That's my Dzogchen practice, among other things that go with Vajrayana Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, the Bodhisattva path, and all. So I'm not going to wail about other things, the 10 points of how to be calm today, in today's agitated, divisive, stressful, and dare I say, anger-filled society. I'm not going to talk about causes and conditions, but how to stay on course, friends. In your course, not mine. I have to stay in my course, let's call it, if the Maya is right. In the Dharma, with daily practice, and get together with others weekly or regularly, and all the other 6 building blocks of a spiritual life. Group practice, solitary practice, study and theory and supporting practice, internal work, introspection, journal writing, support groups, whatever you do. And one's true vocation, not just making a living, making a life, learning, especially as we get on in life, more than emphasizing earning, coming home to ourselves. our true nature, authenticity. I'm into AA, authentic awareness, not artificial intelligence, AI. Of course, we all use it today, even if we don't try not to. It's using us. It's in our spell checks and everywhere else. Why not? Technology moves forward for better and for worse. Let's keep it a tool and use it rather than be used and abused by it. The masters of Tibet had similar problems. I know we might not think of it that way, but they faced also sectarianism and wars and being conquered and all the other crimes and issues of a society. Just because they didn't have social media or TV or the IRS, they had other similar human problems. And they dealt with it by taking refuge in their practice, in the Dharma and the Sangha and the Buddha. Of course, many of them were specialized or learned in other things too. Let's not pretend. A true vocation doesn't have to look religious. Many lamas and monks and nuns are and were doctors and teachers, and some of them were the great engineers of those countries. Tibet's greatest engineer, who invented the process of making iron from the ore and making bridges, chain link bridges across the valleys of Tibet. Tongten Gyalpo, 500 years ago, was one of the greatest siddhas of Tibet. He was an engineer and an alchemist too, so learned, an astrologer, astronomer. So don't squash your own abilities and talents. It could be your true vocation. Like some people here are accomplished musicians as a vocation, whatever else they may do. Parenting can also be a vocation, need I mention. But all this comes back to following the path, not following someone else, but undertaking the path. Taking refuge means going for refuge, going forward, walking the path, not just reading travel brochures, even if online. Still have to use our feet to some extent and traverse the way and live day to day with our feet on the earth and our heads on our shoulders and our arms and hands flexible, open as well as closed, and connecting with others, doing it together. We're all in the same boat. We all rise and fall, sink or swim together. So the Bodhisattva way, I think, is the way of life today. The altruistic, compassionate awakener, the Bodhisattva, the peaceful spiritual warrior, the Bodhisattva, the compassionator, the awakener, the light bearer, the Bodhisattva, illuminating the darkness of ignorance and alleviating suffering, confusion, and its many symptoms of anxiety and depression and hatred and the other things we have to deal with today, not to mention addictions and wars. Sometimes I remind myself that all that's going on isn't that unfamiliar. The credibility gap, the generation gap, the lies coming from above or from politicos. Other things that might bug us, how much screen time younger generations have. When I grew up, people were very worried, especially parents and educators and thinkers, about TV being the end of reading, of books, about how much TV time kids were watching in a day, meaning 2, 4, 6 hours a day. It's not that different from screen time today. although we could jump to the conclusion screen time today is 24/7. But let me just say, that's quite an exaggeration, although it is pretty ubiquitous, but it ain't 24/7. Come on. Anyway, the middle way is still the great way. Beyond extremes, not a razor's edge in the middle, but the highway of awakening has many lanes for us, different strokes for different folks, different horses for different courses. Let's just stay out of the ditches on the either side, the extremes like nihilism on one side and materialism, realism on the other side. The middle way, seeing, recognizing things is like a dream. I have a note here. I have index cards and yellow stickies and things that I keep around to remind me of things I want to think about regularly. This says like a dream, like a fantasy, like an illusion, and emphasize the word like, not asserting that it's just a dream. It's like a dream and an illusion. This comes from Buddha's Diamond Sutra. I have another quote here from the deathbed of the great 16th Karmapa, one of my main root gurus. On his deathbed, he said, "Nothing happens." Think about that. Let that sink in. Is that a Mahamudra instruction or what? To stop the mind, to stop the world. I want to get off, however, momentarily. Nothing happens when you die. Holy crap. That's the great equanimity. Beyond attachment. That's one taste. Single flavor, as we call it in Dzogchen. All good. Kuntazampo. All good. KZ. So now I want to begin a little sitting, a little practice, as we're in the practice tradition here, a little light instruction in the non-sectarian Mahamudra and Dzogchen practice lineage, awareness practice, awareness of awareness, not just mindfulness of breath or of objects, but awareness of awareness, mind to mind, awareness, aware of awareness, subject awareness, the object is awareness, and the interaction, the karmic activity is awareness, a single uncompartmentalized wholeness and completeness of incandescent presence, lucidity, sometimes called in Buddhist translations luminosity or clarity, vivid lucidity, cognizance, knowingness, radiance, lucidity. Just seeing, just being is freeing. Dig it, friends. Best in the heart of the matter, in the heart of it all. And enjoy the joy of natural meditation, unmeditation, undoing the habit of overdoing, co-meditation, interbeing, intermeditation, co-meditation, interbeing, communing together. John Shu Samcho Krimpoche Makye Panan Ke Gyochi Nye Pa Nyam Pa Me Pa Yan Kone Kandu Pelwa Shou. May all beings everywhere be awakened, liberated, healed, fulfilled, and free. And may we all together complete the spiritual journey, practicing the 6 or 10 paramitas, the Panacean virtues, the liberating practices of the bodhisattvas, the paramitas, sometimes called the perfections. Awakening now. Who can wait? Who can wait? Not me. American Buddhas awaken. Throw off your chains, your namtoks, your ruminations, second thoughts, and perseverations. Imaho. And enjoy the joy of being, the joy of natural meditation. This moment, only moment, the holy now. This breath, only breath. Inspiration and expiration. Inhaling and exhaling. Mind the mind, aware of awareness itself. Awareness, aware of awareness, naked awareness, Rigpa, pure presence with a capital P. As Namkhai Nobu translates Rigpa, presence with a capital P. Cultivate the art and practice of presencing, that's Dzogchen practice, regardless of the posture or whether your eyes are open or closed, or even if, whether there are thoughts or not. Those bubbles just continue in the sea of awareness. Enjoy the show. Kunta Zampo, Imaho. Aware of whatever momentarily appears in the body mind, in the field of consciousness, in the present moment, aware and watching it come and go. Like the poet said, like Michelangelo, Imaho, all good, Kunta Zampo. Nothing more to do or achieve, nowhere to go, Kunta Zampo, Imaho. I love it. At home and at ease, on the spot, on the dot, on your seat. Natural breath, natural body, natural mind, the 3 kayas. Naturalness and authenticity is the way. Nowness awareness is the Buddha within, the innate, naked, unfabricated Buddha within, as Dudjom Rinpoche sang. Nowness awareness, immediacy, not trying not to think. Everything is like food or nutrition or firewood for the blazing fire of pure presence and Rigpa awareness with a capital A. Just being with a capital B. See? Easy peasy. Imo. Love you. Thank you. Oh, how sweet it is. Just sitting, just breathing, just being present and aware. The three naturals of natural meditation, Dzogchen meditation, non-meditation, unmeditation. Just sitting, natural body is Buddha's body, Nirmanakaya, Tulku. Second natural breath and energy is Buddha's breath and energy, Sambhogakaya. Energy or the visionary or insubstantial aspect or dimension of life. And third, the essential, the heart of it all, the Dharmakaya. Natural heart mind is Buddha heart mind, pure spirit. The Dharmakaya, the true dimension, the true identity, if that's the right. Das nine, just being. Beingness, not being a separate being, just beingness with a capital B, see? Awareness is the key. If it rhymes, it's Dharma. Oh, I love it. Everything is part of it. Yes, thank you. Thanks God for the Dharma. Now breathe out, follow the out breath all the way out, expanding and dissolving simultaneously. Of course, you're allowed to breathe in, but a little more following the out breath instead of looking in or inwards or closing your eyes or trying to close off or escape. Just breathe out and dissolve into everything, into the air, into the space, part of nature as we always are, in shape or form or not in shape or form. Breathing in, calming the mind and heart, as Thich Nhat Hanh says, breathing out, relaxing, smiling. You can say this to yourself. It's a good practice, folks, for these days. Thich Nhat Hanh, his little gathas, 4-line shlokas, his little verses. Breathing in, calming the mind and heart. Breathing out, relaxing, smiling. What more does one need for these tumultuous, cacophonous days? If you can't figure out what to do, just don't try to figure it out for a moment. Do nothing for a moment. That could be transformative. Leave room for something fitting to arise naturally, according to karma, according to God's grace, if you will, God's will. Is God's will really different than karma, folks? Nothing happens without being caused. Causation, cause and effect. Linked to apple seeds. With other conditions, you get apple trees and you get apples with full more seeds. and someone. Do good deeds, and it follows you around. What we reap, what we sow, we reap. What goes around comes around, as it says in the Bible. This is the law of karma. We are responsible. Just do it. Be like Mike. Just do it. Oh, Bodhisattvas. American Buddhas awake and central thoughts and over blue as the sun. Many of you have been practicing for quite a while with us or elsewhere in the Dzogchen or Tibetan tradition or elsewhere. It's a good time to say to oneself, to think, to suspend disbelief and practice what some call visualization. I am Kuntazampa. Oneself is the Buddha, just sitting on your Buddha seat. By the Avalokita, or Tara, Manjusri, or Buddha, or clear light, or rainbow, son, daughter, or child of God. Yes, yes. Nani Kuntazampo Yin oneself as primordial Buddha. This is Kuntazampo's meditation, the primordial Buddha's meditation, the Dzogchen. Dzogchen hyphen Dzogchen hyphen Dzogchen meditation of all. Just being with capital B, one letter word, be as you already are, nothing more to do, achieve, understand, figure out, or accomplish. Being is freeing, seeing is freeing. Awareness with a capital A, pure presence, awareness with a capital A is the higher power in non-theistic Buddhism. We take refuge, we find solace, we are that. We live and die in that. Imaho. Marvelous, amazing, miraculous. Swaha, hallelujah, amen. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 The jewel is in the lotus, the Buddha is within us. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Love is not found from outside. Love arises and is felt and experienced within. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Love unconditional, divine. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Loving kindness, metta, wishing others well. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. We will be happy, well, content, at ease. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. May we all and ourselves too be happy, well, content, at ease. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 May all be free from suffering, fear, harm, danger, anxiety, and stress. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Compassion for one and all, feeling with them, empathizing, being moved to help. Om Mani Padme Hum. Empathizing, resonating together, and moving in sync. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 To all equally, equanimity, impartiality, equal. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Inclusive, level playing field, humility. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Joy to the world, oh mani padme hori, oh mani padme hori. Joy, embody it, feel it, radiate it. Oh mani padme hori, oh mani padme hori, oh mani padme hori. Rejoicing in the benefits and virtues, accomplishments of all of others. Oh mani padme hori, oh mani padme hori. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Quelling, rejoicing in the success of others, the antidote to jealousness and covetousness. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Mudita, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. And the fifth of the boundless Brahmaviharas, forgiveness, mercy, tenderness, gentleness, nonviolence. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, non-aggression, yielding. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. The four faces of Buddha's love. Om Mani Padme Hori, Om Mani Padme Hori, Om Mani Padme Hori, Om Mani Padme Hori. Loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equal to all. Om Mani Padme Hori, Om Mani Padme Hori, Om Mani Padme Hori, Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Padme Hum, Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. The Dalai Lama's mantra, Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva's mantra, the mantra of the Buddha of love and compassion, Chenrezig Avalokita, the six-syllable mantra of Tibet, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Literally, the jewel in the lotus, or the light is within the shadows, the Buddha is within us. Om Mani Padme Hum. The jewel is in the lotus. Ah, he. Om Mani Padme Hum. The Buddha in each of us and all of us. Imaho. Way to go. Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Hare, from me to we, to thee, I thou, thee, Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. It's a good time to pray together, to chant, to affirm the Millennium Prayer. Dory, could you flip to that page, please? The back of the prayer book, Dzogchen Center prayer book. There's a shorter form of this that I originally wrote, if you like. May all beings everywhere with whom we are inseparably interconnected and who want and need the same as we do. I don't hear you. May all be awakened, liberated, healed, fulfilled, safe, and free. May there be peace and harmony in this world, in this benighted world, and an end to war and violence, poverty and hunger, inequality and oppression, greed, cruelty, pandemics, famine, droughts, earthquakes, all kinds of natural disasters. May all be free from fear, harm, danger, anxiety, depression, and insecurity. And may we better prepare ourselves for the natural calamities that beset us all. May we all together complete the spiritual journey. One beloved community, one circle, one family, one satsang, one samaya, one all the way Om. Do we have any questions, Kelly? I see that I've gone right until noon. Is there anything in the, what do you call it, on the side there, the chat place?
No questions yet. Thank yous
Thanks,
and
have the
gratitude for
announcements
you.
tonight. Mm-hmm.
Here's one question. I think we have time for one here, and people can jump off if they'd like. But the question is, Lama, can you comment on Om Hung Benza Guru Pema Siddhi Hung? I just love it.
Sure. We didn't chant that today, but I'll do it briefly. Dory, could you put it on the board? That's the mantra of Guru Rinpoche, Padmasambhava, the lotus-born guru who brought Buddhism and Vajrayana and Dzogchen to Tibet from India, its birthplace. He brought Buddhism, Vajrayana, Dzogchen, Tibetan Buddhism, etc. to Tibet, in the tantric master from the country of Udayana, Swat, which is on the border of Pakistan and India in the Punjab. So he is the head of all the Tibetan lineages, and we invoke him and pray to him like, I don't know, when you put these words in English, then they have all kinds of other associations like patriarch, progenitor, founder, prophet, saint. But as Muhammad brought down, channeled, wrote, whatever, the Quran and brought it to the people, Buddha sort of did that. And so Tibetans call Padmasambhava the second Buddha. If you know anything about Islam, then you know that the two kinds of Islam, the main branches, some predominant in like Iran, some predominant in Iraq, are the Sunni and Shiite, descended from Muhammad's two like Dharma heirs, Ali, and the other one that I can't remember or something, and it's like his son and his nephew. In short, Padmasambhava is like the prophet or the second Buddha, and he brought it to Tibet. So we invoke him, we remember him, we invite him to bless us and transmit to us. And we practice that in the form of what we call in Vajrayana, Diamond Path, Tibetan Buddhism, what we call in Tibetan Buddhism, Guru Yoga, Lama Nalgera. Union with the Guru through devotion, transforming emotion into devotion. Like in the Bhakti traditions of Hinduism with Kirtan and Bhajan and Guru devotion. So Padmasambhava, Om Ahung Benzagun is his mantra. Om Ahung represents these three chakras and getting energy, light, blessings from body, speech, and mind to these three chakras with the Om Ahung seed syllables, three syllables. And then Benza means Vajra, the lightning bolt he holds, and Guru is the Guru Padmasambhava. Padma is his name, and Siddhi means accomplishment. So all of may we receive and transmit to us all of your great spiritual accomplishments, wisdom and compassion and healing and miraculous dynamic energy and so on. So that's the Vajra Guru mantra, we call it. Look at the letters, words in the middle. Vajra is how Tibetans pronounce Benzar, Vajra, and Guru. Padma, Sabhava's powers and accomplishments, and Hung kind of seals it, like Amen, or Hung, like closure, Hung. So it is. So Om Padme Hung is the main mantra of national mantra of Tibetan. This is the like second, perhaps most popular, although the Tara mantra is also very popular, but we're not here to study all those things today. So thank you for your question. Our Nyingmapa, our Dzogchen tradition is a great fan of Padmasambhava and bringing him in and embodying those qualities, not look alike, not dress like him, but inculcating and realizing those qualities, positive, virtual, great qualities in ourselves, and embodying it and exuding it out as he did. Thank you.
Thank you, Lama. Thank you, everyone, for being here and for all of your continued presence, practice, and support. You to continue to or donate for the first time to the foundation as we support Lama in his retirement and keep the lights on here, keep things going. We hope to see you all again next week, and we'll see our dear Lama again soon. Thank you, Lama. Love to you.
Thank you, Kelly, Dory, Kathleen, Menla, and all of you who helped to participate, and all of you who have joined today and joined in spirit throughout the year and on the path together. Love you all. Happy trails.